Damn.
Can sort of see a silhouette.
Oh shit, okay, I can see lah. Now can see lah.
I using my phone like.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Football Armchair Experts, where we pretend to know everything, but actually we know nothing. This week, of course, we will be discussing the big topic of the week: Spurs sacking Nuno Espirito Santo, and of course bringing in Antonio Conte. A little bit of a special arrangement. Liverpool fan Imran joining us live from hospital. Newcastle fan Manjun, Chelsea fan Robin, and I myself, Mark. I'm a Fulham fan. Not sure if we can claim to have as much dedication as Imran, but he will chip in as much as he can.
The hospital lights off really.
Oh shit.
We can start off with Robin. Has had first-hand experience of Conte being in charge of his football club. Is it a good appointment for Spurs?
Yeah, I'm super surprised, especially because Conte didn't seem to regard Spurs at all near his options. It is a very good appointment for Spurs. Probably the best out there right now he knows how to adapt tactically. We'll never forget that special season after losing 3-0 to Arsenal, or rather first half 3-0 down, changing the system, and then from then on, there was the league winning change. So that will forever have a special place. But at the same time, he's also known for the villainy of fighting with the board over transfer budgets. And I really didn't like the way he managed Diego Costa's departure. That was his biggest mistake, I felt. But I think for Spurs, they should be super excited now. They clearly got rid of someone who wasn't a good fit, who wasn't playing good football, for a very, very tactically astute manager, Antonio Conte, a proven winner. So I'll be worried, but for the league, I think it's good because it's even more exciting now. As if it wasn't exciting enough already, but yeah, happy to see him back. Unfortunate that it's for a rival club.
Conte has been kind of married to the back three system a lot, at Chelsea, and then after that at Inter Milan again. Do you think Spurs will also be similar to that also?
Do they even have the personnel to do that though? To play three at the back and two wing backs. That would mean bring back Mac Doherty probably, right? That hasn't even played much for Nuno.
In terms of 3-5-2, I can it's of course not a like for like thing. I mean, previously also when he went to Chelsea, he put Azpilicueta as like a right centre back. Previously he was always only right back. Victor Moses also suddenly playing right back. Previously he's never played that way. So I think there might be, if he feels that he can sort of there's a close to 80%, 90% fit, he might try out at Spurs. Like you said, also Matt Doherty hasn't played for a very long time. I guess for left back, Reguilon is always more attacking, so I guess that's all right. And if you're playing 3-5-2, Son and Kane is kind of a natural fit there also.
I think Conte's a good manager, and before that we were sort of worrying that he may go to Man U and turn their fortunes around. So he definitely has that potential with Spurs. But I feel like a bit too late for top 4 challenge, but he already threw away the first 10 games, and then it's not going to be an immediate change. Right? He still needs time to implement whatever he wants to implement. So I will stick with my prediction. I think around the 7-6, around there.
Were you surprised with Nuno sacking?
Actually, not at all. I would not very. Okay, the thing is that he supposed to be an upgrade over Jose Mourinho, in a sense, right? Okay, he's definitely an upgrade over Ryan Mason.
Okay.
Oh my god, yeah.
Actually, I would think that they will sack him earlier because it seemed like he really didn't know what he was doing within the first 5 games or so. Like even the first game against Man City that they won was complete trash, I feel, from a Spurs team that expects great things or improvements with the hiring of Nuno. I would think if it's another club, like a lower club, I think Nuno would have gotten more time.
Okay.
But yeah, sadly it was Spurs, but I guess they have some ambition. So think about the correct time. I feel if they continue any more longer, they probably just implode. Yeah.
So I guess maybe you would say it was a mistake to even appoint him in the first place.
I mean, he did a great job at Wolves. I'm not very sure if his tactics are much different from when he was in Wolves. It's still the 2 strikers, and he played the number 10 at the back.
I guess we sort of do have to analyze a little bit of the game that got him sacked, or more or less the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, Spurs did lose 3-0 to Man U. Just personal observation, I noticed when Imran mentioned last week when Nuno was close to tears or something, I did realize also actually towards the end, it really looked like as if there's a...
Actually, it looks like
it really looked like he was going to cry.
He has that face, yes.
He got booed so bad. I feel so bad for him.
But it was deserved. The booing was deserved. I watched the game, and it is not an understatement to say Spurs were boring. They were so bad. I think not once did they look like they were going to score. They might not even have had a shot on target in that whole game, but you do get a feeling it was a matter of time and how much Man U were going to score because Spurs was so bad. Maybe because Man U's tactic changed. I mean, that definitely helped Man U. But on Spurs' side, just focusing on Spurs alone, when you're at home, you play like that. For all the trash we talk about Man United, Spurs were worse.
Yeah, I think a little bit similar to how Spurs were in the North London derby when they lost against Arsenal. Was very similar also. It seemed like, when Arsenal took the lead, after that, completely nothing from Spurs at all. And Robin is right also. Spurs first time 0 shots on target at home for the first time since December 2013. That was when their manager was still Tim Sherwood. So
For them.
Oh my God.
So I'm thinking like, let's say they do end up 7 this season. Will you see Conte like managing in the Conference League? I don't think so. And somebody's a slut, like he a bit he go there. so
okay.
So I mean, maybe there might be a bust up with the management. Who knows? But I don't see him staying. To be honest, there might be a chance that he won't stay if they actually play Conference League also next season.
Spurs are sort of on the trajectory that we expect them to be, even though Nuno got sacked. Because think about it, like now they are only two points behind Man U, and they've played like 4 of the top 6 clubs already. So they're performing at their level. It's just that Nuno, I don't know lah. Maybe his style was like too bad already lah. So
Actually, what is his style anyway? I don't even fucking know what's his style.
I think it was like,
He looks like he has no style.
Yeah, maybe
But
that's
he
the
came in
problem.
supposed to have style. Yeah.
apparently it's a budget Mourinho lah.
It's damn bad. So there's no way he'll lead Porto to Champions League. No way like this guy. But yeah.
it seems like what Manjun said previously last week is coming true. Like, he said that, once Ole gets a positive result here, it seems like, everything is back to normal. Everyone's happy with Ole again. Speaking of shifting to back threes, this was Man U shifting to a back three. So can we say that Ole does have some sort of tactical nous? Impressed with that? Maybe we can start with Robin.
I guess it was worth a shot considering everything else failed. And that was the next feasible option to try. I was thinking also, like, what if he tried a back three? Then I was thinking it's only possible if Varane was fit, because I don't think Bailly would inspire much confidence. Yeah, so, and the wing backs, I think Wan-Bissaka may not be good enough attacking as a wing back role. So, I mean, against a lousy Spurs team, it was a worthy experiment to try out. And I mean, Ronaldo and Cavani worked really well, but I think there are questions about sustainability because they are old. So fitness-wise, I don't think he can play this system every week. I think this could be just like a one-off, maybe big game type of formation.
Man U fans might seem like they're suffering. Ole might seem like he's doing a bad job. But actually, relatively, is he doing that bad of a job? Technically, it isn't crisis, right? I really think it'll be it'll take a crisis for Ole to be sacked. Like if Ole still continue to, let's say Ole still play his stupid 4-2-3-1 against Spurs and he loses, right? I think his head will roll. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be crisis because they'll be languishing like 10. They will be like probably like Spurs territory. So that'll be a disaster. But I think now it's still okay. They're still barely floating above water. So I don't think it's crisis mode for them to want to get rid of Ole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
different standards.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think it's floating above water with that level on the table. Maybe like just barely submerged.
Okay. We can go to like the performances of the weekend, and I think there have been quite a few to highlight this week.
Obviously, the only one I watched is like Liverpool, Brighton. But I mean, credits to Brighton, they play really well. So I don't think it's like us playing like collapsing or what. I mean, obviously it wasn't our best performance, but but Brighton just played really well. So kudos to them. I think Liverpool still prone to slip ups here and there, especially with the midfield now a bit thin. They have to play Curtis Jones. So
okay. I mean, he is one of your own in that sense. Well, okay.
Yeah, but he didn't play very well. And one of the goals was like damn fluky lah.
The Brighton one, let me try to remember.
The first one. Yeah.
To be fair, I think he meant it.
No,
he meant it but it was like out of nowhere though.
Yeah, but Alisson wasn't even off his line. I think he just like blinded by the sun or something. He cannot see the ball.
Oh yeah, it could be the sun. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I mean, not going to take away any credit from Enoch Mwepu. It's his first Premier League goal. second Zambian to score this season, after Patson Daka, of course.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think previously no Zambians have scored in the Premier League, so, suddenly rich bed of talent in Zambia.
There's two players.
Yeah.
Better than zero before.
I guess you can say that Man City, Crystal Palace, maybe it is the curse. Like they always curse at Man City against Palace.
Yeah, man.
Or is it just the brilliance of Patrick Vieira and his new team?
There is sort of I guess you can sort of say a curse. The last time Man City lost on Saturday 3 p.m. kickoff was also against Crystal Palace. So I guess there is sort of
Six stats.
there is sort of some truth in that. But of course, Robin couldn't contain his excitement, of course, with Conor Gallagher's performance.
Of course, man. I mean, of course, it's helped by the red card, and Zaha's goal was a little bit fluky. He kind of mishit the ball, but it was well placed in the corner. But I think it's more impressive how they managed to defend against Man City. So, well played to Vieira, man. We were worried about him being the wildcard manager at the start of this season. I think he's proving himself to be quite adept.
What do you take away from this game for Man City, though? Like, they're going into the Manchester derby next week. Is there cause for concern, or is this just one of those days Laporte had sort of a nightmare at the back? It was his mistake, and then after that got sent off.
I think it's just one of those days, especially the red card. Yeah, it's just an off day. I think I'm very confident they'll bounce back against United.
How high up could Palace finish?
Okay, let's not go crazy, guys. I think they'll be hard to beat, but they'll not be full of wins. So maybe, I would say maybe 11 or 10 would be a good position for them to build on. Because not say they even spend a lot or strengthen a lot this summer.
Not a lot of changes.
Yeah, Michael Olise, then they brought in, what's his name?
Gray at the back also. I think it was 25 million.
Yeah, and Hudson Adui, his name is. Yeah.
Okay, again, not Hudson.
Edouard, right?
As Edouard Adui.
Edouard, oh my god.
Yeah. I think maybe a top 10 finish should be good for them to strengthen for next season.
Yeah, I mean, there have been a lot of previous Stoke City tried to change the way they play. QPR tried to change the way they play and then went down. It seems as if this Crystal Palace one might stick, although it is still early days or so. And, for those people saying that, you need to give managers time and all that, it's only been 10 games in. It looks like Patrick Vieira is getting a tune out of his players. The game that I watched, it hurts me to say that I want to highlight Burnley. But
it hurts me as well.
Yeah, please explain.
But Burnley were really very impressive that game. I was thinking also, it coincided with Brentford having their worst 45 minutes. They were very, very open at the back. I think maybe to a certain extent, I could almost say a bit too complacent. They left themselves very wide at the back. Possibly also David Raya, of course, injured for 5 months, he's out, and their backup keeper is very young, seemed a little bit indecisive when making, coming for corners, didn't know whether to come or not, made a few mistakes leading to, I think, 2 goals. So I guess you can kind of say that, but, of course, Robin's favourite Burnley player, Chris Wood, outstanding game. Of course, playing between the lines a lot of times, managed to beat a lot of the Brentford centre-backs in the air also. And of course, the new Burnley hero, Maxwell Cornet, now 4 goals in 5 games. So, yeah, I guess Burnley maybe not quite dead and buried as we thought.
Wouldn't give Burnley too much credit. I think that there's enough surprises from Burnley this season. I think they probably continue to struggle. They probably continue to struggle the rest of the season.
You hoping for that, or you realistically think that will happen?
Both.
Honestly, I don't see 6 wins out of Burnley this season. Now they have 1. I don't see 5 more, to be honest. Norwich confirm going down. Confirm.
Previously, only Timu Puki scored. There is now finally another scorer for Norwich, but the problem is nobody knows how to pronounce
it. Andrew Omobamidele.
Yeah.
I see nothing from them. Leeds were quite poor also the whole game.
We can go into the predictions for Matchweek 11 already. Of course, we can start off with the highlight of the week, Manchester derby. It's at Old Trafford. Manchester United, of course, the last time out, they lost 5-0 to Liverpool. Of course, they're hoping to avoid a similar kind of result against Manchester City, their noisy neighbours. Obviously, you don't think Man U will be as open against Man City as they were against Liverpool, since they did go out and actually beat Spurs convincingly. Do you think maybe they'll be still a bit more proactive in this game against Man City? Or will it be a counter-attacking kind of
game? Confirm counter-attack and confirm lose. So... Beating Spurs at this point, right? It's like I don't know, beating Brentford or something. Teams that are already not doing well and But I mean, Man City losing to Crystal Palace is a abnormally. So you expect them to get back to normal next week, and if anything, they're gonna be like even more fierce when they play, because they can't go back and scored by Pep and they damn sian. So Man U gonna suffer the brunt of it. But because Man U not gonna be as open, it won't be that big a spanking. But they're still gonna lose. And then now they suddenly have to change the formation again, right? I think Man City go at them, right? They confirm 2-1, 3-0, 3-0.
Wow.
That's not a
Comprehensive.
spanking. That's like what, a gentle tap. What? How's that not a spanking? I have a feeling like Ronaldo will get one goal for United. Somehow he will just pop up with one. Man United to play the same formation, some 3-4-3, but maybe Ronaldo and like Pogba just to have another midfielder. I think it'll be Man City dominant throughout the whole game, United trying to counter, but City having too much at the end. So 2-1 to City.
I don't believe there'll be any Ole magic here. I think it'll be back to business. 3-1 Man City win.
Ole isn't the kind of manager who is like has a very strong convictions. He isn't Pep, he isn't Klopp kind of thing. So he confirm will cave to the media pressure to stick to a back three. But yeah, I think Ole will stay at the wheel though. I think it will be Man City 2-1. Like a 1-goal deficit will not be enough to sack Ole. Yeah, I guess we'll go to our round table. We can start with Manjun's.
Oh no, I'll go for West Ham and Liverpool. That sounds interesting.
Okay.
With West Ham very impressive, yeah. Even though it's a man down against Villa for Villa, but quite impressive then.
If they win this, they could potentially go second in the table. Maybe this is my anti-West Ham bias again, but I don't think that will happen. I think they always tend to freeze up against big teams. I think they'll lose this. Well, I think they will score though. Liverpool not exactly the most astute at the back recently. The goals they conceded against Brighton also didn't look great, especially the second goal, the Trossard goal. Looked as if Van Dijk and Konate a little bit mess at the back. Liverpool to win is 3-1.
Wow, I have a bit more faith in West Ham. God, David Moyes is really doing such a good job. It's unbelievable. I think it'll be a draw. Like I think West Ham will be able to pull something out of this, especially when they're at home. I think it'll be a very, very difficult game for Liverpool to break West Ham down. West Ham will probably score at a set piece. I think it'll be 1-1.
Yeah, so for Liverpool, every game this season, they've scored more than 3 goals. And
Every away game?
Every away game.
Oh, damn.
Holy
So it's going to be
moly.
3-3.
It's more than 3-0. In the past two games, have been 5-0. It's Watford and Man U.
But Watford and Man U, can they compare to West Ham?
No, that's why I cannot find 3-0.
Still sticking to the 3. Okay.
Nice. Okay, I'm going to go for a 2-2.
Right, Rafa Benitez versus Conte. It's going to be quite an exciting tactical game. I think Rafa kind of has to treat it like a must-win against a wounded Spurs. Everton recently just lost to Wolves. Very disappointing result. So I think they have to bounce back, especially when they're at home. It's now the time to play Spurs. I think it's a bit too soon for that new manager bounce. If Conte hasn't started work yet, will bounce back, but still quite a scrappy win. I think it'll be 1-0.
Everton, of course, 3 losses in a row, all to teams starting with W: West Ham, Watford, Wolves.
Oh my God.
Luckily for them, Spurs don't start with W.
The games without Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin, you were just counting on their wingers to create something out of nowhere, like Townsend and Demarai Gray. Yeah, so that it wasn't actually a system, because Rondon is trash, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think he's old now. So, perhaps it'll be better to gauge him when DCL comes back. DCL
Right,
comes
CL,
back.
yes.
Yeah.
Eventually, you will get it.
Yeah. When DCL comes back.
Plus Doucouré, I think he's a bigger miss.
Yeah, Doucouré is gone also. No, I don't believe in the new manager hype anymore. So maybe I'll go for a 2-1 Everton win.
I think Spurs, even though they are bad, I think even knowing that Nuno is out the door, the players want to be able to play for potentially the new manager if Conte isn't already on the touchline. I think it'll be a draw here, 1-1.
I think gonna be a 0-0.
Maybe I'll highlight Wolves. Because they're on a super run. I think 4 wins, 1 draw. I think interesting against Palace. We are Wolves to beat Palace.
Okay, well that will actually put Wolves like
Are they top 4?
there's a pun there somewhere, but anyway.
In the pack,
Put the Wolves
Yeah.
amongst the pigeons, something like that. Well, I think this will be a draw though. Going to go high scoring for this 2-2 Palace and Wolves.
I actually think it's the other way. I think it'll be a draw, but it'll be so tight and they'll struggle to score. So I think it's a 0-0.
Southampton, Aston Villa. I think Aston Villa 4 straight defeats, 15th in the table, tied with Watford. I think Dean Smith should come under a little bit of pressure already, given how much he spent during the summer or so.
I think you should still give him a bit more time because it has been some time since he came out with a 4-3-3. Like I think this game he changed tactics. Like not he's always the 3-5-2 with Matty Cash and Matt Target as wing back. So this is the first time he actually played his star signings. And it's just what happens they got a red card from Konsa. So I think cut him a bit of slack. I think the attackers played quite well in the game.
Okay.
Yeah, I think maybe let's see how the new signings gel. I think shouldn't really put too much pressure on him now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a 0-0 this game.
I'm going to go 3-0 Villa. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm going to go Villa win also. Also 3 goals, but I'm going to split it between the two teams. Aston Villa to win 2-1.
2-1 Aston Villa 2.
Manjun called this the Robin Derby. Will Chris Wood score against Chelsea?
No way lah.
Watching his own team.
Maybe own goal lah, but probably not going to score a goal for Burnley. Then I think it should be an easy win for Chelsea.
Okay.
They go for 3-0.
Conservative. I think it'll be just a 1-0.
I don't think Reece James will have that kind of performance again.
Hey, come on, man. What the hell was that?
Who knows? Reece James,
strikes,
just
man.
because
Oh
he's
my
playing
God.
James Park, then suddenly he's also Chelsea 2-0.
Chelsea 2-0 as well.
Okay.
Oh, what was the sound?
Yeah, suddenly got like me at the back.
Yeah,
It's
oh
a
my
nurse
God.
bell. Yeah.
You know, I got the bell, like, you can call the nurse.
Oh, okay. Sure.
But that's why I give prediction also more.
Brentford against Norwich. I guess you can say this is a relegation 6-pointer.
It's a must-win game for Brentford, and I see them winning. Brentford 3-1.
1-0 lah. 1-0 Brentford lah. Let's not get too crazy lah.
Brentford 2-1.
I think 1-1 draw.
Manjun's very excited about this. Brighton
Oh.
against Newcastle.
Oh,
Scary game, man.
I'm so depressed. Oh my god. I remember before the Chelsea game, right? And Graham Jones still want to keep some pep talk to the media like he was going to go all out against Chelsea. Then he come out with this stupid trash of a performance, but okay.
Reverse psychology.
Oh my goodness. When is the new manager coming in? Amanda Stately, when is the new manager coming in? We need it right now.
Nuno.
It has been 3 weeks already. I can't take this anymore.
It seems like every week you all have a new favorite for the job. Now
Oh
the
my God.
new favorite, right, is Good Evening.
Oh my
Nine
god. Can't take it leh. Oh.
He's an upgrade, not bad.
It's an upgrade. Anyways, an upgrade. Let's get anybody through a line, please.
It's going to be like some manager Royal Rumble in the EPL. Yeah.
Yeah. All the big name managers are coming to England.
Do they know that they can sign a new manager before the transfer window opens? They know they can, right? Yeah.
Does it matter on who the manager is?
Of course it matters. If they get Eddie Howe in, we're gonna be screwed also, I tell you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so not anyone but Eddie Howe.
Anyway, Eddie Howe. Please. Against Brighton, I don't think that we can get anything. Now Brighton come out with this super 4-2-4 with no striker, with like Trossard up front. I think gonna get us destroyed. I think it'll be too fluid for us to even control them. I think it'll be a 2-0 Brighton win.
Actually, I think Newcastle have a chance here to get
Oh
a
my
point.
god. Where is this optimism coming from? Please share with me.
I think that the way Newcastle have been playing a very, very low block, right, might suit them getting a point against Brighton because, if they continue without, I think they still will be without Neil Maupay for this game. That's why they're going still strikerless also. The only reason why it sort of worked against Liverpool because Liverpool were also playing a high line. I think maybe it might be advantageous for Newcastle to hold Brighton to a 0-0 draw.
Okay,
Yeah, Robbie.
I'll take that.
That's the extent of Newcastle has fallen to hold Brighton to a draw.
That's so sad.
Walao eh. I think Newcastle can snatch a point as well. I think it'll be 1-1.
Brighton has been playing well. I think Brighton going to win 2-1.
Leeds at home against Leicester.
And go for 1-1.
I think Leicester are a little bit better than Leeds, even though both sides a bit out of form. I'm going to go Leicester 2-1.
Leicester 2-0.
I think Leicester will edge this one out 1-0.
Arsenal at home against Watford.
Fully expect Arsenal to win against Watford. I'll go for 2-0 also.
Actually, I thought with Mr. Diddy Dong coming in, I thought they'd do better than this lah.
But to be fair, it's only been 3 games, but okay.
Yeah lah. But according to Ben Foster's YouTube video, like he's amazing. Like everyone likes him lah.
Yeah.
Nobody's denying that he's likable. lah.
Yeah.
But can he save them from relegation or not?
Right. Yeah. I think there'll be 3 teams worse than them. No, for sure.
Are you sure?
Hard to say now, actually.
Norwich, Burnley, confirm worse than them. I'm not gonna put my team there because I don't want to curse them. Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah,
Maybe
and
not.
one more team. Yeah.
Maybe not. If I told Newcastle lah.
No, but you see, right? Okay, honest question. Are Newcastle going to go down this season?
I don't think so lah. I think when the new manager comes in, it should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think from January onwards, it should be fine. But it just depends. If let's say we find ourselves 15 points from the drop by then, do we stand a chance? I don't think so. I mean, it really depends on how far behind we. Now we're already 6 points down, 6 points from the drop after just 10 games. Imagine like if we wait until like 18 games in and we still play like this.
Actually, to be honest, right, previously it would be unthinkable to think that Newcastle will be relegated, right? But I think the chances is not zero now.
It's not zero.
Like,
this is a strong 30-40%. I really think so.
I think like possibly if they, not to use a pun or dilly-dally on their decision for this, and like, don't appoint a manager until maybe late December. They allow Graham Jones to be at the helm for too long. January they don't get in the right players, because you still have to get in the right players to be able to fight the relegation battle. You get too many like James Rodriguez types, right? Maybe you don't get out of trouble. But anyway, in terms of this game, 2-0 Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm on a roll. Let's go 3-0 again. 3-0 Arsenal. But actually, your hospital Wi-Fi not bad.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's freaking wireless SG.
Oh, the McDonald's.
Oh shit, Arsenal win a lot already, yeah. It's gonna, shit. Okay, Arsenal win 2-0.
Yeah, let's go for a draw. I know you're going for a draw.
Sekali banana skin.
Even though we cannot see Imran's face, right, I can sense that it really pains him to say that Arsenal are gonna win.
Yeah, can hear it.
A bit of a championship update. Previously, your Cardiff City sacked Mick McCarthy. There's a bit of a happy ending for them here. They were finding themselves 3-0 down against Stoke, but 3 goals in 5 minutes. Big comeback for them. Stoke 3, Cardiff 3. So that's a big result. Of course, my team, Fulham, 4 wins in a row. Of course, big result against West Brom. So West Brom are now like, I can't remember what's the gap already, but pretty good gap. I think 4 points.
Yeah, 4 points.
Ahead.
Yeah.
Looking like it's the usual suspects again now, going for promotion.
Next season will be the same lah. Will be the same people lah.
A bit.
Yeah, I don't mind Blackburn. And Blackburn will be quite nice.
Oh,
it's been
a
some
long
time.
time
So long.
Yeah, it's been some time.
Still their owners, still the chicken farm people.
Still the same people.
Still Venky,
Walao, still a chicken nugget people. Damn long already. Okay.
Yeah. But not bad. They've stuck with their.
Is it the Indian owners? The Indian owners, right?
Yeah, the
Indian owners. Oh, you.
I don't know who their manager is now. Yeah, none comes to mind. I think it's Tony Mowbray.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a familiar name.
Then he'll probably get them relegated the next season.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I thought I'm going for a punch. None comes to mind.
Oh my god, because Indian owners, right?
Olé.
It's quite a nice pun actually. Oh my
That's
god.
cool. I didn't notice that. Yeah.
That's quite sick.
But I'll
Oh my
take it.
god.
What is?
I guess just to check, Iran, you feeling okay?
Yeah, fine. I'm just waiting to get discharged. Or they keep saying they don't know what level haven't dropped yet. The toxin level haven't dropped to a safe level for me to discharge. So I just need to keep IV drip.
Thank you once again for watching our preview of Matchweek 11. Even though we know nothing, hopefully today you've learned something. We'll see you again after the international break. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey.